Alright, my niggas and niggettes, Tandy Savannah here, back with you to offer you some more feedback. To be completely honest, the only reason I'm actually doing another round of feedback is that because Ash, Strife, and Cynical, I didn't get to feedback them on my last promo because they didn't promo by then. And to be honest, I've owed Ash Strife feedback for about 4 months now. Never got around to doing it, or there was some reason. I can't particularly remember the reasons. So I kind of owe it to him. And I really don't feel like typing. I really despise typing now. It's ridiculous, blah, 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 blah. So, gonna make a video feedback. And, well, let's start off at the top of the list with the 2 men I owe feedback immediately. That being Ash Strife and Cynical. With, by coin toss, Ash Strife gets to go first. Alright, so let me check my notes. Scroll down to your name. Let's see. Alright, in my notes it says, first half freaks of Through the Motions. Alright, man, I'm not gonna lie to you here, Ash. Your promos are solid. I mean, a lot of what Ash Strife or you have going for yourself is that you're so cemented in the legacy of LPW that your legacy speaks more for you than your current promos do. It's like your promos are kind of all part of a bigger scheme of things, you know. By themselves, they're just kind of eh. But whenever you look at Ash Strife, the story of Ash Strife, the epic saga of Ash Strife, the promos, in retrospective, promos are better, is what I'm saying. When you look back at your promos, they're better, because it takes at least a promo or two for your last promo to be better than it was, and that's just how I've always looked at your promos. But I give you the benefit of the doubt that it's all building towards something. But I guess since I gotta give you feedback on your current standards, I can't really do that. So let me just say that it seems like during the first scene, you're just kind of going through the motions, the dialogue or anything really. It seems like you're saying what you gotta say, but without much soul to it. And I think I told Jeff that last time. There's no soul to it for some reason. You're pushing your story forward, and that's cool and all, boy, but, like, I just, compared to Cynical, Mass Chaos, Styx, or even, Clark's, as I'll get to later, compared to them, you don't have the soul, you know? And I guess, maybe it's because it's not a big match, but, like, it's in the first scene, mainly, that there's no soul. It's just kind of going through it, saying what you have to say, you're building it up, blah, 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 blah. And I guess you do that better than everybody, but I guess reading yours, somebody who's, like you said, on the longest winning streak possible, I expect somewhat for you to actually be above and beyond. But maybe I'm expecting too much. But I do give you the benefit of the doubt. Don't think I'm bashing you, yo, Holmes. You know, it's all solid, everything's cool. A lot of the parts with CAK, those are the flashes of excellence. They're I mean, it's all entertaining, but those are the parts that stand out. If I had to compare it to the Dark Knight, all of Dark Knight's fucking awesome, but it's the parts with the Joker, you know, that are the parts, you know. So whenever it's reading your first scene, it's the parts with CAK coming out. There's something about the way he talks that's highly entertaining, but Ash Strife, not so much. And it seems like a lot of the characters, it seems like a lot of their reason are simply there to bounce words off, you know. You have it's like, an example, it's characters 1 and 2 here. One's like, oh man, I'm feeling so tired, I gotta go into this match, my brother hates me and I did too much cocaine last night. And then Wrestler 2 is like, oh yeah. And then Wrestler 1's like, and then I'm gonna go do, you know, it's like, it's like you're using the characters to naturally break up the big blocks of talking that you need to get done, you know. Rather than action, it's like big block for this person, 1 line, 1, 2, 3 words for this line, and then next line. It's like and I guess that's probably the issue with how it seems you're going through the motions, you know. A lot of the characters are one-dimensional, but luckily, like I said, I give you the benefit of the doubt. I back up and I think about the characters outside of your promos, and that really helps you out here. I don't know if everybody else does that, but I don't know. I kind of work. I try to work with people a bit much. So that's that. Actually, your second scene with Magic, you know, that's what I'm saying. You know, it's like both of the characters have like two two dimensions, you know, which is, I guess, better than one, and it's far more entertaining to read. I was like, whoa, cool, you know, it's like, all right, I like reading this, you know. I was interested, you know, and by the middle of it, it's like, oh yeah, you just said your blah blah blah, you know, it's good stuff right there. It was entertaining, it was short, to the point. You didn't have to wow me, you know, with some crazy talk. You said what you needed to say, and then you got yourself going. All right, all right. I really liked the last part, especially. It was really story driven, and it was cool, you know. It got like you didn't like, rather than naming every person or whatever, you pushed what the first two scenes were talking about or anything, especially the first scene. That's what I'm saying. Like, this scene is kind of a definement of all your promos in general. It helped build up the first scene better. You know, it adds to it. It mentions everybody in the first scene that was mentioned, and then it tells you why they should have been mentioned in the first scene. So that's cool. And the good thing about your promos is that though they're better in retrospect, while I'm reading them at the same time, you offer a complete thought. I believe every promo should be a complete thought, you know. There should be a beginning, a middle, and an end, man. Too many people now, all they have is a good... It's like their promos are the beginning of something, but they want you to read the next promo, and that's the middle. But you can't be doing that, Holmes. It's incomplete. You know? You need a beginning, middle, and end to each promo. You gotta have a point, you know? And, I don't know. And you really succeeded in doing that, man. You really, like, the first scene, I'm just going by, like, when I'm giving you the feedback. It's like I read the first scene, you know, but I was kind of like, eh. But then I get here to the second scene, it's like, alright, that's a good link. And then the third one right there is really what defines it all, you know, which makes it all okay. So there you go. It's good promo. You know, it's enough to get you by. I'm not saying it's worse than anybody else's particularly. I was just throwing some shit out there. Just random thoughts, man. Something to ponder upon, you know. Shit, I might not even remember this in fucking 2 minutes. All right, next promo. Next promo. Oh, Steve Storm, a man that was lucky enough to have promoed in between you and Cynical. Lucky fucker. Alright. Steve Storm, I really loved your first scene, man. Wait, what the fuck was your first scene? Oh yeah, first scene. Very entertaining. With your first scene, it was really great because it managed to set up a lot of plot points, move a lot of your story forward, and it excellent match relevance. You know, it's excellent LPW relevance, career relevance, group relevance, anarchist relevance, whatever. It's excellent television title relevance, world title. There's a lot of excellent. This is good relevance, and people, I don't know if they get it, but this is the reason this is good relevance isn't because you're sitting here talking about it specifically. It's because all of this is affecting your character under the surface, you know. It's like, oh, these are driving your character. Your character is reacting. Your character just isn't mentioning that Alice Adams is a piece of shit or whatever, or that Seth Omega is doing what he does. He's reacting, man, and that's why this first scene, I feel, is extremely powerful. It's actually, I think out of the promos I read, it's probably one of my top 3 scenes that I've read. Now, your promo, not exactly, but this scene actually is. It just really defines a lot of what a scene should be. You know, it tells a lot of the story without all the unnecessary dialogue. Dialogue doesn't have to be the selling point. You know, it could be inner thought that works too. It could be a lot of things. So I believe if you make more scenes like this, that would be a good thing. They're real cool, laid back. They get the point across. That's awesome, you know, man. I dig it. All right.